All right. Is this thing on? I think it's on. Welcome everybody. This is producer Mike. We're doing it again, aren't we? As I continue to do a little bit more setup to try to make sure everything is working before we get going. Again, welcome everyone. Hang on a second. That's an annoying song. I promise next week we will have a brand new song because that's terrible. Grok, you tried. Anyway, cheers. Happy football Sunday, week 11 in the NFL season. Cheers. We are going to take a peek at the 4 NFL games that are happening at 4 o'clock, the late games, let's call them. As a kid that grew up on the East Coast and retired on the West Coast, the early games mean the games that start first on Sunday. None of this frickin' international bullshit that goes on in the mornings, like early mornings, right? 6:30 kickoff was for me. It's a little early. Not complaining, but it's a little early. Any case, so the early games on the West Coast start at 10, and then the late games start at 1. But then the late games on the East Coast start at 1. No, they don't. They start at 4, and the early games start at 1. So you got that 1 o'clock factor. Confuses everybody, and, what are you going to do? In any case, we'll do that. We're going to look at the DraftKings challenge, right? If producer Mike's in the money, so are you. We're going to see how I'm doing. I'm not going to lie. I am not in that Millionaire one anymore. Where the really, if I had gotten into that one, got to the finals, made some coin, excellent chance, way better chance than you have now to win the $5,000, right? Because I'm assuming you're all here because of the $5,000, because that's the only way I can get viewers, is to give them the illusion that they're going to win some money. But hey, stranger things have happened. I did, though, discuss the contest with my attorney, and he told me that you gotta change up a little something so you don't get sued. So we're changing up just a little something. Don't worry. It's actually better for everyone who tuned in for the first week. Okay, so the criteria is for you to win anything, you have to be subscribed to this channel that you're watching it on. Actually, hold on a second. Before I dive into that, we are simulcasting on X, Elon Musk's X. So if you are really watching this on the X side, first of all, thank you. This is kind of a new thing. We did the movement last Tuesday, blasted that out on X. Actually got a like. Shout out to Sunsmile Mots 4. Got a like on that. So, Sunsmile, you rock. If you're watching this on Twitter, that's cool. Watch it on Twitter, but jump on YouTube at some point. Subscribe to this channel here, which is Producer Mike Presents, and the Jessup Show podcast Legacy, blah, blah. It's me in orange. I'm a big orange icon. Can't miss it. Producer Mike, Steve Jessup. It should show up. So go over there and subscribe there. And subscribe to my channel, Producer Mike. That one will take you probably a little work to do. That's the work, right? You got to earn the things that you get in life, right? So that one might take you a little doing to find. But it is Steve Jessup and me. I'm wearing a blue Hawaiian cruise wear shirt, and we are arm in arm, and it was happier times. It really was happier times. So anyway, so subscribe to both those channels, and you have to comment on the live stream. So the live chat, not the comments, the regular comments, where you can comment on the video afterwards and say, hey, Producer Mike, you're doing such a great job, and all that shit. Yeah, that's not going to work. So go over, you got to go to the live chat. We'll take a peek at that in a sec. And boom. And then there was, what else did I make you do? Comment, subscribe. That might have been it. So there you go. So do those things. And so now here's the little twist, the little change up I have to do to make this fair. I'm going to give you a raffle ticket for each one of those things you do. Not the subscribing. You gotta be subscribed to win. Okay, you gotta be subscribed to win. So if you commented, you get a raffle ticket, and for those week 1 people, as a bonus, I'm going to give you an additional raffle ticket because you were here in week 1. So basically, consider yourselves doubled up on the raffle ticket for entry. So you each got, as long as you're subscribed, y'all got 2 entries. Now, moving forward, anyone who comments on today's live stream, I'm going to give you an additional ticket. So you can keep racking up a ticket each week through week 13, right? So we're in week 11. We've got next week and the week after. So the week after we're done. And so no more tickets will be available after that. Now, to get additional tickets, I had mentioned that if I figured out Super Chats, anyone who sent a Super Chat in, I would give you an additional ticket. None of this for every $1 you get another ticket, even though that's well, actually, you know what? I hope Sluggo's my attorney. No, I don't think I can do that. I can't do that. I don't think I can do that because he had said we had discussed the raffle part here in where people that would support the channel via Super Chats. I could give them a ticket. I can give you a ticket for giving me a Super Chat, but I can't because then it looks like I'm selling raffle tickets. Can't do that. You are volunteering your support, and then just for these next few weeks, because it's fun and fruity, I'm going to give you an additional raffle ticket. Now, the fact that I've already been asking for support, right? Actually, I think I have it here, right? Production value. I've been asking for support for weeks. There is the QR code, okay? That is the Streamlabs. It's called Super Tips, I think. Yes, I can't figure out Super Chats yet. I think I know what the problem is, and I've got some people I need to contact to get their help because my access is shady. So yeah. So what I'm going to do is now the QR code is up there. If you tip anything, I have it set for the system's minimum, which I think is $1. It might be $2, but I think it's $1. If you tip anything during the broadcast today, I'm going to give you a raffle ticket. Now, if you give me $100, that would rock. I tell you what, you give me $100. Someone out there gives me $100, or if everything that I collect today is $100. I'll stay live, as regardless of how dry and boring this is, I will stay on through the late game. Not the late games, the late game. You already got me for the late games. the late game, the tonight game. If I make $100, that'd be crazy. The most I've ever made on any of the streams that this channel has done has been, we had that 1 week, $0. We have not made a penny. So it would be a miracle if anyone decides to support the channel. You're not buying a raffle ticket. I cannot stress this enough. You're merely supporting the channel and seeing what we can do. Now, like I said, we're going to look at games. There are 4 of them. We've got the Seahawks. They're playing the Rams, so we're going to be, we're not going to be showing you the game, right? Because this is the first time you're watching. You don't get to see any games. You'll be lucky if I even give you any information. I mean, we've got the Ravens and the Browns. I might not even mention them. But in any case, there's games abound all over the place. Seahawks, Rams, and then this one's what? Chiefs, Denver. Crap. That's poor planning. What's that one? Is that the Ravens, Browns? Yeah, it's probably Ravens, Browns. And fourth game's what I think. Jesus, bloody hell. I'm really messing this up, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Game 1. I'm just going to show all the games. Games 2, Game 3, Game 4, but those are wrong. Okay, so there it is. Those are the 4 flipping games I'm going to... There's only supposed to be 3 at this stage. Last week there were 3, and I handled it. All right, so we'll discuss those games. Now, also, the aforementioned contest of me doing the DraftKings Bestball, we're going to look at that too. Spoiler alert, first place in 2 contests, the cheapies. I think I mentioned that. We're in the cheapie zone. And 2 contests in second place. Also in the cheapie zone as far as those contests. So, Game 4, the ads. I don't have your ad here signs for this screen. I actually, it is taking way too long. We need to move moving on here. All right, but anyway, we'll look at the DraftKings, 2 in first, 2 in second, and the Millionaire ones, the one I really need to get into to do some goddamn work. Not too far out. Not too far out. We're still in it in a couple of them, like 50, 60 points out. This is totally possible, folks. It's totally possible. It's just, it sucks that I'm just not second place right now. I want to be second place right now, and I'm not. Whatever. Really wish the mouse would work on the first click. That'd be cool. And we will also be looking in at what you folks have to say. And apparently, look at the chat. Chat's looking pretty busy. All of you folks in the chat right now, right there. Right there. Y'all got a raffle ticket. You're in the raffle ticket for a grand prize of up to $5,000 if you are so lucky. Otherwise, you will win 5% or $5,000, whichever is $5,000 max. $5,000 max. You're going to win 5% whatever. So if I win $50, you win 10 is 20%, which means 5 is 10 is 5. So $2.50. Take it, break out your calendars, or not calendars. Cheers, everyone. Happy Sunday. It's week 11. Break out your calculators. $2 million is blasts you right over the limit, so it's $5,000. I think I might have figured it out once or twice. Anyway, just take $5,000 and throw it into Grok and say producer Mike said all this shit, What's the maximum he can possibly win, or the minimum he can win for me to get $5,000? I know Nola Travel's probably doing that right now. So, any case, let's go over and just take a quick peek into that DraftKings scenario I'm in. Yeah, 2 in first, 2 in second. There's a third place, which is also a cheapie. Take a look at it, folks. It's right there. NFL Bestball, 15 million millionaire. Is that what it's kind of a gay way to say it? But anyway, $2 million goes to first place on that one. I'm in 5th place. That's the closest one I've gotten to there. And yeah, I need to get. We're in round 1 right now. Round 1 leads to round 2. Shocker, right? Round 2, I've got to finish in first place out of 12 people. 12. And then I move into round 3. Round 3, I got to finish in first place. And then I have to finish in 12th. 12th place. No, I don't. Out of 12 people. First place, 12 people. Week 11, folks. It's week 11. And if I'm so lucky to be in first place, I move to round 4. And that's when the magic happens, folks. Round 4. That's where the big bucks are. And we just need to hope that one of these garbage flipping lineups lasts that long. I'm not going to lie. I am injured up the wazoo in a couple of these. One of the ones that I'm trying to get into the money, I've been struggling with literally one. I've got a shitty running back, was like a third stringer who gets me like 2 or 3 points a week. He's been consistently a starter over the past 3 weeks. Bucky Irving has really been the wrench in my craw. It's week 11, folks. And yeah, so it's gonna be nasty. So we are in the second half, or the first half in all the games here. It looks like they're approaching halftime in a couple. So let's, before we take a peek and see what we're looking at, let's look into the chat, shall we? The chat. All right, so boom, biddy, boom, biddy, boom, biddy, boom. Oh, also, too, just to let you know, if you do decide that you are going to support the channel and take advantage of that bonus that we got going on here, as much as I wish that your comment would blast up onto the screen, yeah, I haven't figured that out yet either. I know you. It's actually kind of embarrassing because there's so many podcasts out there that I love, and they do all this stuff, and there's actually a couple of gamers that I think is actually rather entertaining, and they find it seems like they're doing all this by themselves and succeeding. I'm not a boomer. I'm Gen X. I mean, we're not supposed to be this stupid. All right. Yeah. So anyway, if you comment through the Streamlabs thing, or if you comment on Twitter, can you just cut and paste it on YouTube right now into the live chat? I mean, you're going to get a raffle ticket, because the X, I can't do it. Can I? Should I? No, because they can comment afterwards, and I want this to be live. I want this live. Everyone here live. So when folks watch this after the fact, they go, why didn't I watch that live? That's what I want to get at. All right. Let's start this. Okay, so welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your... Okay, yeah. All right, Red Rum Live. What it do? I think that is a perfect segue. Perfect. Actually, not even really a segue. It's more of an opportunity. Red Rom Live is. Did I go to the right side? No, I didn't. Red Rom wearing their fucking hat. And you would say, "Oh, Producer Mike, did you go to their website and buy their merch?" No. This was actually sent in the mail to me by the one and the only Eddie Weber. If you were watching the Jessup Show podcast, you would hear a voice over, well, a sound clip of a massive car accident. May or may not be involving Eddie. But anyway, that's what we're dealing with here, folks. We got Eddie Weber sending me shit in the mail. Now, this is the okay, I'm gonna take it off for now because my head is really perspiring, getting in my face. But I got the hat, and not only did I get the hat, I also got the Producer Mike Presents channel's first sponsor kit sent. Like, in other words, hey, here's some stuff. Can you mention our business? It's on, folks. And Eddie Weber made it happen. So, Eddie Weber, I may give you, you know what? I am going to give you bonus raffle ticket for the thing. I really should write that down. So, when I wrap up this program, Eddie, if you're still around, remind me. But I'm pretty sure I'll be reminded. Coming up on Tuesday, folks, for the movement, we've got a named sponsor for the very, very first time. And that sponsor is Velocity Custom Motors. Motor Customs. I'm going to go with Custom Motors. I got a sweatshirt. I've got, I think they threw some stickers in the box and whatnot. I'm going to be decked out in Velocity. We're going to talk a little bit more about Velocity. Eddie's not going to be here. Don't worry about it. Eddie's not coming back. No, he's going to come back eventually. He'll come back eventually. But he's not coming. He won't be here on Tuesday. We've got a whole planned out for Tuesday. But we've got a name sponsor. We've got some support. It's cold balls outside. It's cold. I'm in the Las Vegas Valley, folks. And it is cold as balls. So I've got a Velocity frickin' sweatshirt. Going to wear that on Tuesday. We'll talk a little bit about them. Awesome stuff. And, again, if you've got a business that you want to, throw us a lot of money, not a lot of money. All right. I mean, it's not a lot. Yeah. 13, baby. The Red Rom Eddie Weber car, I believe, is 13. So, in any case, good luck to all of us. But yeah, that's all it takes, folks. Just send us some shit. All right, back at it. Nola Travel. Good to see you, bro. Breaking news, the Giants still suck. I'm going to write my congressman here in Nevada and see if we can get the Giants to just be on bye weeks for maybe 3 or 4 of the weeks of the year instead of just one. I think that might give us a better chance. Red Rom Live, Eddie Weber, I see that 13. Fire is fuck. Yeah, 13, baby. Mysterious Vixen, of course you're here. She's here. I'm here. We're all here. It's week 11. Cheers, folks. I hope you're all having something. Like, have a, little cocktail, glass of wine. I'm doing Jim Beam coffees with an eggnog. It's an eggnog liqueur, and the liqueur is Fireball whiskey. So it's an eggnog Fireball whiskey infused experience that I'm dealing with. Week 11, ladies and gentlemen. Indeed. Producer Mike, take a hit with me. 3, 2, 1. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun. Whew. Mysterious Vixen, I'm volunteering my old cheerleader moves. All right, let me think on that. Because, I'm trying to think of just some interesting shit that we could add to this broadcast. Maybe this is a good spot to maybe say this. You may have noticed that I didn't start right off when the late game started. I waited until halftime. It's because I went back and I watched the broadcast that I did, and it's not like I ran out of shit to say, but shit got dry, and I figured let's tighten it up. She's nice. She's tight. What band? All right. Where are we at here? Nola Travel, new segment idea. Sluggo says, warning, not real legal advice. Thought about that. The problem Sluggo originally ran into when I tried to get him to be involved on the Jessup Show podcast was that the Bar Association sometimes can take notice of certain behaviors of attorneys in their purview. In this case, the bar. And Sluggo was worried that being associated with a podcast that did so much smoking of pot that it was probably not the best idea to do that. So he kind of stayed away. But, weed's doing its thing now, and, weed is legal in Connecticut. So, I don't know. Maybe I should revisit that. Nola Travel, nice job. Mysterious Vixen says, was I late? Does that earn me a spanking? Earn you a spanking. I like the way you worded that, because I believe every spanking is indeed earned. Robert Connor, got you a pole. Fishing pole. Fishing pole? We'll get back to Robert Connor 2917 on that. Serious Mike, you're number one. Producer Mike, it's week 11. Week 11's got 2 number ones in it. Question, can this video be shared on Instagram? Well, if you can somehow download it and share it on your Instagram, have at it. I am banned. I know. I'm banned from Instagram. They banned me May 2022, I believe the date was. I don't know why. Because the existing account that I had, basically I followed a few Instagram models, nothing crazy. I didn't post a damn thing. I wasn't even really following my friends. I wasn't even using Instagram for that. And, yeah. I don't know. And then I went to log into my account one day after not being in. I'll admit I wasn't in it for a while. It wasn't like over a year, but it was like, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 months. Because, I don't know, I just found I was having more fun on Twitter that then changed to X, right? I just found myself on X way, way more than Instagram, and just was never a huge fan. Maybe I should be. I'm sure there's some people watching this that are just absolutely horrified. Like, how could you fucking not like Instagram? It's like, well, they told me I couldn't be in their little fucking club, so I told them to go fuck themselves in my head. And, here we are. All right, Mysterious Vixen. Holy shit, I'm a Gen Xer too. Yeah, I mean, I think we're kind of almost becoming the lost generation. When's the last time you ever heard anyone discuss Gen X in the news? Right? It's all millennials who have completely lost their minds. They're either radicalized, unemployed, both, whatever. Then you've got... Isn't there a new one? Like Gen Alpha, or... They should have called it... Whatever the new one is, it should be Gen Beta. Because Beta's already got a connotation to it. Let's just call them Gen Betas right now. Anything before Gen X, Gen Beta. I mean, 'cause that's basically the... I know this is kind of a boomer attitude on this, but I'm pretty much fed up with everyone that's younger than I am. If you're about 11 years younger than I am, I think that's where the gray area starts. That's where the gray area starts. And then beyond that, you're fucked. And look, it's not all your fault, but it's certainly not my fucking fault. So you need to sit shut, don't even, and in some cases, fuck off. Red Rom, Velocity Restorations. Okay, Velocity Restoration. I think I'm thinking of a I think of a shop sign that may have said custom something, but haven't even started on all the artwork that I'm planning for Tuesday's episode. So Velocity Restorations. We'll get some quotes. We'll find all those news articles that your boss gave. I'm sure he was on CNBC for some sort of interview. Nola Travel, better VR than virtual reality. Better VR than virtual reality. See, this is where, when I figure super chats out, it's going to come in. It's going to come in huge for this channel because there's a little bit of a context issue there. I forgot what we were talking about that would make that comment be in context. And when I set up super chats, I'm not going to be like these other podcasts that like put it on a delay or some crap and then let the producer, blast them in on his leisure, since I can't do two things at once anyway. We're just going to let it go. So if we're talking about something and somebody wants to say something, we're going to turn the volume up on it. We're going to charge you $5 for it. But, because you've seen me be interrupted on, well, not on this show, because thankfully I'm by myself. That's the only time you're going to hear me say that. But good Lord, Crawlface constantly interrupting me, saying something jumps in his head, and he said why he blurts it out at that time, even though I've asked him repeatedly to stop. His answer is, because if I don't, I will forget it. And I've told him that I'm already talking about something, already in it. I'm glad it's sparking inspiration for sure in your head. But if you say something and then I respond to what you say, I'm going to forget what the fuck I'm talking about. Mysterious Vixen's going to say something I know right now. We talked about this, I think, last show. Fuck people that interrupt you. Fuck them. But the super chats are going to be fine. We're going to welcome them every single show once I figure out how to get it done on this channel. All right, King Charles, what did I miss? Really nothing yet. I haven't even started talking about the NFL yet. I haven't. We're gonna refresh my DraftKings page. I've got four things that are in the money. None of the Millionaire one, though, so that kind of sucks. Slight. Oh, actually, you did miss one thing. I'm not going to repeat it, though. Go definitely rewatch the beginning. We revamped the contest a little bit. Don't worry. I made it better for everyone who was here in the first week. So just watch that again. All right, Robert Connor, waiting on that big buck to walk out at the moment, Mike. Oh, dude. Oh, should we keep it down a little bit? Should I turn the music off? I mean, here I am playing music, Robert. Are you trying to bag a buck? Are you at the Are you at that little stand that you were? I think you did a show, or you didn't broadcast from there, but I think you said you were either going there or you were coming back from it. But anyway, waiting on that big buck to walk out at the moment, Mike. So yeah, so it's hunting season, and deer, man, wet meats, all here for that. Eddie Weber, Red Rum Live. We've built Post Malone and Travis Barker's trucks. Fucking impressed. Matt Damon's Bronco, a Mustang F100 and F100 and 250 for Jay Leno. That's a fucking resume right there. Okay. Tom Segura's 420,000 K5. I'm a big Tom Segura fan. It's dope. SEMA was just a small glimpse of our shit. Now that SEMA's over, I can give you a little hint on what you're going to see on Tuesday. I'm going to go and try to see if I can snag some clips to show from SEMA. So we'll have a little bit of a lineup of some cool shit. Okay, this was my strategy, is to try to find, like, I don't know, a couple of stories. Maybe the big car. I'm sure there was some. You said there was some competition there, right? Y'all finished in the top 40, which is outstanding. Maybe just take a quick peek at that got number 1, right? Does it have, like, I don't know? Is it the paint job? Right? Is it pastels? Did they go with pastels this year, and that was the fashion? So yeah, Tuesday's going to be fun. Mysterious Vixen says, I am just listening on the side. Okay, so no video, just listening on the side. Perfect. I do that a lot with Perry Caravello's podcast. Sometimes I like to do laundry and get some shit done around the condo. I call it condo. Well, technically it is a condo, but it's the hotel room. Think of a small to medium-sized hotel room that you stayed lately at. I don't know. Best Western. You know, that size. Except I've got a little kitchenette. All right, I don't have an oven, so I bought one of those air fryers that has the oven option on it. So yeah, I've got a stovetop though. I've got a microwave. I've got the air fryer. That's all I need. I'm single. I don't have any kids, right? And even if I had kids, I'm just putting a can of ravioli in a pan. That's what I grew up on. Bologna and cheese, ravioli. That god-awful frickin' tuna casserole. Ugh. It was so bad. I think if the tuna casserole would have worked out better if Mom didn't put the peas in it. Just skip the peas. I ate corn as a kid. Put corn in there, or make corn on the side, or corn on the cob. We ate corn on the cob all the time. We grew. There was a period where I lived in Iowa. I literally lived where we were required by law to grow at least 10 to, I think we had to grow 24 stalks of corn in our backyard based on acreage. We had a little backyard. We were in a town called Marshalltown, Iowa, Shout out Marshalltown, Iowa. Iowa Bobcats. Bobcats. Um, and there was corn everywhere. So I'm like, why aren't we eating corn? Like, you want me to eat my vegetables? I'll eat corn 9 ways till Friday on Sundays, 6 times to Sunday. So let's get me corn. Corn fed. You hear that about football players all the time. It's like, oh, wasn't it Keith Jackson who constantly said the 235-pound running back from corn fed out of Port Lucie Parish, Oklahoma. All right, shit like that. All right, we've moved on to another segment. I don't know why I'm still talking about this. Okay, so yes, your ad here, and not only your ad here. Not only. What about your podcast? What about your podcast? Don't you have a dream? A wish, something that you could do if you just had that little push. Well, Producer Mike Podcasts can make that happen. Producer Mike Podcasts at gmail.com. Write me. Tell me what your dream is, and then let's make it happen. We've been talking about sponsors on this channel a lot. Let's say you are, I don't know, Velocity Restorations. And you're the owner of Velocity Restorations. And you know what? Every Friday, I don't know, after you close the shop, you're going to have a bottle of, I don't know, maybe some Christian Brothers brandy. Maybe some cheese and crackers. I don't know. I don't know what the boys like. Set that shit out. Can of Pringles. Some Pabst. It's week 11. Why not set up your phones that are on you and I put together a little podcast for you. You can host it, talk about whatever you'd like, have your little guests in there. You're gonna have your couch maybe. I'm thinking a back room. I'm thinking Cody's office, Eddie. He sets up a little background there, turns everything on, and we do a little podcast. We can put, instead of my ugly face, you'd have Sexy Cody and his entire staff. Maybe you would be the first guy that he has on his show the very first time. And then they blast this show out on Velocity Restorations on their YouTube channel. Now they've got a live podcast that goes out to their subscribers. Anything they want to push, entertain, anything. Talk about anything he wants. And I just sit in the background. I don't say shit. You're not even going to see me. I sit in the background, don't do nothing but make sure that your podcast runs smoothly. So, email me at producermikepodcasts@gmail.com. And if you're a business owner and you just want to have your ad literally sitting right there, like right there. Right there! Or there. Oh. I can hook it up. I can put, K-Bill there, right? You've seen K-Bill there. Epoxy flooring, right? Atlas epoxy flooring, to be more specific. My throat is very, very, very dry. This is cold as balls. I'm going to need to make another drink. Not right now, but I may have to pause for a moment. Okay. Right. So ads. And, I've said it on the stream that you really should reach out because we can certainly work out a long-term deal that will be incredibly inexpensive, based on, what we're broadcasting here. I get it. Maybe only 30 people are going to see this. And you may be a regional company of which I cannot prove or provide any documentation that I had any viewers in your municipality. That's the struggles we're working with. However, if you're national, if you're global, I'm talking to you, Anheuser-Busch. I'm talking to you, Lamborghini. I'm talking to you, any network television show. I'm talking to all you guys. Can you imagine no, I can't. I can't imagine that at all. I was going to say, can you imagine a network television show wanting to do a little podcast about their network television show on this channel? Okay. All right. So anyway, Seahawks are losing. You know what? Before I stick my foot in my mouth, I think it might be best to ensure that all these screens have been refreshed. Because I think I did this once or twice where I'm like, you know what? I don't know if this game is even being played right now. Are they in a rain delay? Yeah. Okay. So the Rams. It appears that they are putting up a bit of a stink at home against the Seahawks. Now, I would have said the Seahawks win this game by... I would have said by a touchdown. More than likely. So, yeah, that's where we're at there. We've got San Francisco at Arizona. Let me get rid of this because I actually can do... Yeah, there we go. I get it. The big black sign, gold lettering, a little obnoxious, but you know what? I can do things for you, folks. Are you a father of 2 children who are currently in college? Maybe you and the wife are still at the main household, thinking about downgrading a little bit to a smaller residence in the next, 5 years or so. Do you live on a cul-de-sac? Does your driveway have a significant degree of an angle, making it difficult to shovel? Well, why not have a podcast and talk about all these things? You know, we've got different podcasts and different packages for all of your, budgetary needs. Oh shit, I never changed it, did I? Yeah, all right. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah. So just email me and get it done. All right. Now it's gone. It's gone. Oh, look at that. We got a touchdown. Brock Purdy, short pass left to George Kittle for 4 yards, touchdown. Good to see George Kittle finally getting back into receiving because they were primarily using him as a blocker for the midway through the season there, like excessively, in my opinion. The only reason why I noticed that is because George Kittle is on a couple of my best ball squads. And yeah, he wasn't really producing as much as I would hope. He's not producing as much as producer Mike. All right, I honestly got to make a drink. And oh shit, did I get through all the games yet though? No, that'd be rude. I only got through the second one. All right, moving right along to Kansas City and Denver. I was hearing people saying that Kansas City was going to blow the flipping doors off of Denver. I didn't see that happening at all. So, Denver. 6-6, though. It's that thin air in Denver, I guess. What are you going to do? All right, and finally, Ravens-Browns. Browns have a 16-10 lead over the Ravens. Not surprising. It's just not surprising. In the NFL, shit happens. Defenses, offenses. Is Lamar Jackson even playing? I mean, that score tells you Lamar Jackson isn't playing. But I bet you he's playing, and it's just horrific. And whatever. So I'm going to leave that horrifying crap on. Again, I just need to make a quick drink. It's going to take me just like 2 minutes, everybody. If everyone can just hang for 2 minutes. However, I am going to give you a little treat. I'm going to give you a little treat. So before I bail, I am going to give a plug. She's probably asleep because what time is it in Australia right now? I should have looked that up. But anyway, we have Arilee Jones's book, Lost in the Woods. If you go to www.amazon.com, which you cannot see, you know what, Arilee, I'm going to hook you up. All right, so that means producer Mike needs to go all the way up here. All right, so Arilee Jones's book, Lost in the Woods. Again, www.amazon.com. It is going to give you. I've decided to say that there's a lot of revenge. There's a lot of feminine revenge in this book, book of poetry, Lost in the Woods. However, it's riveting. Let me give you a quick. I'm going to give you a quick one called The Frog Prince. So this is for your enjoyment. While I'm going to go make a drink after this. What I want you to do is listen to this wonderful poem, let it sink in, and then perhaps give me your comments in the chat, and we'll visit that in a few minutes, and we'll see what everyone thinks. Okay. So the name of this prose is Frog Prince. Frog Prince. I linger by my nearby ponds. The nights are filled with frog song. And I'd kiss every toad I'd find. To know a love that's lifelong, my dainty hands nightly be speckled by muddy, froggy fingerprints. You have to kiss a lot of frogs before you find your handsome prince. Ooh. Get liquored up! Liquored up! All right, so yeah, my coffee is being made, so I came back. Ah, shit, fucking ad. Can we move to another game? That might be good. Cool. All right, so yeah, I'm a little flustered because I need my cocktail. Cheers, everyone! It's week 11. Oh. Ooh. Ooh, that smells good. Jesus. Oh, stand by. Early Jones, Lost in the Woods, www.amazon.com. What I just read to you is completely tame compared to the other absolute psychedelic writings of Early Jones, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! All right. So, week 11. Week 11, everybody. All right. All right, I am back. And we're back. All right, let's do a run through the league, shall we? Let's start at the beginning. All right, let's get I'm overboard on those. All right. All right, so Seattle is currently trailing the Rams 21-12. Shout out Rush. It's not really Rush, but possibly off of a first album that didn't make the record. All right, in any case, who's being the big guy in this game? That's just okay. Who gives a shit, right? 21-12 Rams. Second game we've got is the San Francisco 49ers and the Cardinals, 35-10. We've got the beginning of the fourth quarter, first and goal. San Francisco 7. So the Cardinals are knocking on the door. Good for them. Kansas City Chiefs are now trailing the Denver Broncos 13-6. Yeah, I think everyone pretty much called that. And then finally, the Browns with a 16-10 lead over the Ravens. What do we got here? We've got 4:24 left to go in the third. The third. Sounds like a great opportunity to head to the chat. Let's see what's going on. Let's see if we can figure out what's going on in Airly Jones's mind. Maybe Airly Jones has sent in a comment after everyone in the chat went to Amazon, www.amazon.com, and bought Lost in the Woods. I bought the book. I got it right here. I mean, shit, I just read from it, for Christ's sakes. I didn't rip it off from, some asshole that's writing her passages online. I bought the shit. It's week 11. That eggnog Fireball whiskey concoction, big fan. I'm going to try it without the beam next time. I got a lot of beam in it, so that might be cutting into it a little bit. You know what I need? No, I don't. What am I saying? That's ridiculous. Don't do that. I need to buy like real eggnog. So I make the coffee. You blast the beam in there. You blast the eggnog with the Fireball in there. And then you blast like real eggnog in there. See? Smarter than the average bear. All right. Let's see. Where did I leave off? Oh, the Tom Segura side. Eddie Weber. Red Rom Live. Tom Segura shit of video. You sure it wasn't Bert Kreischer? I think Bert Kreischer would shit a video. Tom seems like he'd just shoot one, or he shot a video. Shot a video in our shop. Check that shit out. Top 40 Battle of the Builders. Placed 4th. in off-road division was our 73rd Scout, 73 Scout. They painted as one of the legacy color options offered. I will check that out. Be right back. I'm back. Mysterious Vixen, knew you'd be back. Need another hit. Who are we fucking kidding here, right? Ooh. Oh, weed what? Oh. Weed was delivered yesterday. Probably the quickest response time ever. And I think it comes down to when you order. You have to catch your order right when a delivery, because these delivery people don't work for the dispensary. It's either all of them work for a single company, which I think that's probably what they've done. They hire a delivery company, because they all got to be licensed and shit, right? Because they're delivering medication. And I don't know, I would never ask, but I don't know when their shifts start. And I'm imagining delivery would be like, all right, show up. Maybe they have a couple people show up right when they open, right? Because there's orders that people do while they're closed. Bang, right? And then, I don't know, 2-3 hours later, get another, because you don't want their delivery driver to go in there and just have like 2 orders. They probably want to have 10, be out there. And to top that, I've mentioned I live in Las Vegas, but I live at Lake Las Vegas, which isn't even in Las Vegas. It's in the town over, Henderson City, I should say. So I'm always the last delivery. Like the lady, there's usually one of 2 ladies that deliver the weed. And they have this big, like, not big, but it's like the size of a picnic basket, right? It's made out of cloth, right? It's got some support in it so it stays, it stays cohesively up, right? And it's got a little thing on it, and it's got a zipper, right? Got a zipper on it. That thing can hold some orders. And every single time they show up to my door, open it up, mine's the last one. Always, consistently, the last one. Now, I'm fine with it. I understand that my DoorDash deliveries will probably be cold. I get it. I've used DoorDash. I've used Uber Eats. Uber Eats is even, I don't want to say worse, because, again, I'm fine with the concept, just as long as you don't go completely overboard. But allow your drivers to pick up multiple orders to make their deliveries. It's just unfortunate for me that when it happens, I'm always consistently the last guy, because I am that far away outside of the city. So it is what it is. But the weed showed up. I had ordered it. They open up at 8. So I ordered, I don't know, I think around 7:30, 7:45. And I knew for a fact that a lot of times when I get something on the app and it only says there's like maybe 1 or 2 left, I get zapped on it where I have to take a phone call. It delays my shit. Then it gets put into the next round where a delivery person could have been there right there to take my shit out. Happens all the time there. So I made sure everything that I took, they had plenty of. Everything was cool. And that thing showed up at 9:30 in the morning. Huge. I wasn't expecting it until afternoon, to be honest. 9:30. So yeah, that 8 o'clock start, that guy must have been there, Johnny on the spot at 8 o'clock, week 11. And ta-da! 7 grams of vape. 7 grams of vape. 7 grams up, 7 grams up, 7 grams up, 7 grams up. 7 grams of vape. That's what I bought. Is there a ballad playing? As you can see, I'm not wearing my headphones today because, well, I don't even know why I'm not wearing them. Just didn't want it. I have to put the headphones in to hear Jay better because I don't speak Spanish. So it's better if I have them really, really close, I guess, to hear them. Alrighty. Alrighty then. Alrighty then. All right, let's go back to DraftKings and take a peek at what I am laying down there. All right, so like I said, first place and a couple, second place and another couple, but I have a feeling I need to refresh this. So let's refresh this. Yeah, it's going to be the same. It is the same. We're going to lose these. These are free matchups that I get into, and usually the view bumps them. Oh, I guess not. Oh, there it goes. Oh, so see, came back and made a peek. A little peek. So, yeah. Like I said, those cheapy ones, top prize is $150,000. Top prize. 150. And I don't know if a lot of you, I don't know if you guys took your calculators out, but if you asked what is 5% of 150, but exceeds $5,000, pretty show. So yes, for all your sake, you guys don't give a shit. If I win first place in the Millionaire, first place in this piece of shit 150, yeah, you guys are getting the same. It's all $5,000. I'm the one who's fucking fucked. Not fucked. I'm gonna be happy to give you the money. As a matter of fact, what we may do. Just throwing this out there. All right, let's just throw it in. Listen. This is all completely up to you. Completely up to you. The winner. And this is if you hit the $5,000. You got to max this out. I'll sell it to you. All right, no problem. No ifs, ands, ups about it. Drawing's gonna happen. And like I said, it's going to be one of those internet things. What I think I've seen this on Chat Sports. Shout out Chat Sports, you guys rock. Chat Sports does this. Sometimes they do raffles for it, but it's basically spinning a wheel to see what somebody has won. But you can just easily put names on it, and I think they have done that. They've also done races, like a bunch of Santa Clauses. With Rudolph, like dragging a sleigh on like a racetrack, right? They've done that before to see who the winner is. So I'm gonna definitely do something along those lines to get her done. That is. That's why I was a little. Well, it's not reason why, but I was pissed off at Sluggo when he told me all these fucking things because I go, dude. I'm not expecting a crap ton of entries in this. I'm just not. You know, I mean, first of all, it's slim to none that anyone's going to win anything. I mean, I don't know if you did the math in your head. I got to go through four. I got to go through. I'm in round one. Round one, I'm doing, like I said, looking pretty decent, right? 2 first, 2 second. That's great. Well, round two, I got to finish in first next week, and we're gonna follow it. We'll keep going. The only reason why this show would stop is if I get bounced out of every contest, because I'm gonna, like I said, there's not a whole lot to watch right now, right? But once we're looking at a select few, right? A very select few of contests, we'll dive a little deeper in here. Because I did it last week, right? I tried to make this look more interesting, but it's just because the size is so messed up. But I'd like to be able to see like a there's like a side thing that yeah, there it is. And then their score shows up after. Oh, actually, that's not terrible. Yeah, whatever. All right. So anyway, yeah, there's me. I'm Hello Newman. Hello Newman. Hello Newman 1. Just as an FYI, it says that I'm winning $15.14. All that means is that I'm going to go to the second round, and if there was a contest that DraftKings was offering based on the award money that would be offered at this range, the ticket would cost $15.14, of which they're giving me, right? So I've technically won, technically won $15.14, and in this round, they're not paying it in cash. They're paying it in the equivalent, which is the ticket to the second round. We'll see it when I get to the, knock on wood. If I can get to the third round, you'll see that number kind of jump up a little bit. I'm going to guess. I bet you that jumps up to like 60 something, somewhere in the 60s. We'll see if I'm right. But yeah, that's the only reason why they do that. Plus, it's cool to see numbers there. It means you're winning. I'm a winner. Winning Tiger Blood. Got nothing. Bree Olson. Okay. All right. So yeah, there's a. Oh crap! How did I do this? Did I? I think I got this completely out of. I don't know what to do now. Is it this? Did I have it like this? Probably had it like this. All right, let's go. Wanna go back to the previous screen. Is that all right? A little too far? Sorry, folks. Again, I'm trying to show off is essentially what I'm trying to do. Oh, you can't even see any of this. And everything's fine. You didn't see shit for the last 5 minutes. I just assumed the other screen. Yeah, I'm seeing it right now. He needs another hit. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. I don't give a shit. Let's go around the league again. This is why I need a producer, folks. Anybody who, well, I don't need a producer. I need to go back to producing and just stop doing this. This is just ridiculous. How much time left do I have on this broadcast? What is the last game to play? Let's go through. Okay. I could give a fuck about the scores now. I could give a shit. We're going to see how much time is left in this game, in all these games, and hopefully no more than 8 minutes is the most. All right, we still have a rush score in Los Angeles with 3:22 to go in the fourth. That's huge, fucking huge. We are. Glendale has 8:28 left to go in the fourth. It is 35-16 San Francisco, so the dam has certainly broken there. Well, look at these nifty folks. Kansas City Chiefs, Denver Broncos, thin air. 13-6. Oh, 16. Oh, did we just get that? Did that just hit? Yeah, it just hit. All right, fuck you guys and your ads. Whoa, look at that. Same score. Didn't we have that going on last week? We had like identical scores happening. 44-22. Wasn't it 44-22 we were talking about? Baltimore, Cleveland. Cleveland hosting 16-13. How much time left? 8:20. Jesus Christ. 8:28. 8:28 means this is 20 minutes left of football. Well, this one's a little blowy. A little bit of a blowy. Not a full blowy. Could be a blowout. I mean, if 16, it's 2 scores, right? 16. No, 3 scores. So it's a little. It's getting blowy. Which looks like they didn't score. Oh, they did. I'm staring right at it, right? Oh, no. You're not looking at what I'm looking at. You're not looking at what I'm looking at. All right. So it just updated a touchdown. So 16. Yeah, they're still getting their doors blown in. Who gives a shit, right? Who gives a fucking shit? All right, so did I cover the things that we got? Red Rom Racing, number 13, Eddie Weber. Let's just do a quick, yada, yada, yada on that. I would be wearing it the whole episode, Eddie, but my head becomes like thousands of degrees. However, my upper torso is going to enjoy wearing Velocity Restorations. The hoodie you sent. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it was you that actually, facilitated this and got some, things happening on that. Kudos. But for show, when you see some exciting stuff, don't show your boss the shitty stuff. I'll behave myself during the shows and stuff. But if you see something that, like a short that I do. Because there's going to be plenty of shorts from the episode. I'm going to pepper him out there. Oh, and also, if he wants to steal anything from our broadcast, like, hey, look, we were featured on the global available podcast, The Movement, starring Jay Morales. Yeah, he can totally do that. We don't give a shit. So, if he's paying some ad firm to get you guys on Game of the Weeks and all that crap, he can use all the footage we put out there. Just keep sending us hats and sweatshirts. Week 11, everybody! Ugh. Sorry for the Perry Caravello-ness. All right, did I go to the Game of the Week, which is the Ravens and Browns? I mean, are you kidding me? Yeah, I must have talked about it. All right, then let's go back to DraftKings then. And let's do a refresh. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some of the guts. I'll show you some of the guts of DraftKings. which is to take a look at the actual lineups that I have for these. What the hell is the problem here? You know what, folks? I may have to... You know what? Yeah, okay. Before I do that... Oh, there it goes. About flipping time. DK. All right. So... Oh, it's even flipping worse. You guys are seeing what I'm seeing, right? Yeah. All right. One of the ones I was in second place has now dropped to third. And it's right there, you bitch. All right, so that blows. God damn, that sucks. All right, well, the fucking... I better have some late game 8 o'clock action, and Mondays better be good to me, too. All right, well, let's look at... I was going to say let's look at the 4 lineups I have, but we're going to cut that down to 3, folks. So let's go to the first one here. So, my quarterback this week... Oh, yeah, we've got late game action. This is going to be fine. Baker Mayfield, who finalized his contest, not terrible. Essentially, what I'm looking for is 20 points per position. I'm looking for 20 points per position because there's 8 positions. 20 points per position will get you 160. Now, obviously, that is not feasible. Not feasible. You want your quarterbacks to get you closer to 30, so that way you're running. Your number 3 wide receiver can do less than 20. Your tight end can do less than 20. You have a flex, right? They're not necessarily your stud. They'll do less than 20. So you want to have guys like your QB1. You only start 1 quarterback, but your QB, your RB1, your wide receiver 1, you solidly want them to be over 20. And preferably a lot. Because then they can spread the love throughout the other positions. Now, there's some video foreshadowing here because you're looking at my wide receiver 1 right now, who is Wilson there from Arizona, I believe. And he is having I think the Hill folk call it a career day. A career day. Good God, week 11. So, yeah, 170 receiving yards, which gives you the $100. Well, $100 will get you the bonus for the late game tonight, folks. If you are late to the broadcast, I said if before I cancel out, I'm going to check my PayPal, and if there's over $100 in it, great, let's do it. I'll go way past this. I mean, huh? Right? Isn't this great? Let's move on. Anyway, Mayfield essentially got me 20. He's good to go. Even though I wanted him to 30, like I said, help out. But seeing Wilson at 33, yada, yada, yada. I mean, there you go. That's 2 positions right there where I would want 40. What's that total? 0.82, 1, 41.82. How can you go wrong? Running backs haven't even played yet. And both of these guys are... I mean, Taylor is an absolute fucking stud. He's been on fire. And Gibbs, he's got Montgomery also as kind of a sidekick there in Detroit. Week 11. And it can be hit or miss, but he's had some big games. So this is good. I like this. I like seeing these 2 guys for my running backs going forward here today. And then you've got Bryant from Denver, 11. I mean... Thank you. I hope you all are saying God bless you in the chat. All right, so 11.7. Not. He's wide receiver 2, which you want him approaching 20. You want him approaching 20. And yeah, Shiza on that one. Van Jefferson, though, at the 11.2, you would say, all right, yeah, okay. Yeah. Maybe a little closer to 12, 13 would be better. But okay, game's still going. Well, that game's over. So yeah, all right. Fuck that comment. Tight end 11.1. Yeah, you want again 13, 14 points out of your tight end minimum, and then again flex. Yeah, so there's no points to spread around at all here. So danger zone, Will Robinson. If we can get 40s out of these guys, that'd be mint. All right, so now let's look down at our bench players. Now these are the guys that don't have a score high enough to get into the starting lineup. So a flex position includes your running backs and wide receivers and tight ends, right? So 9.3 of all the players that are left over at that position. Daubs here from Green Bay has got a 9.3. So you'll see a tight 8.2. See, Zach Ertz is trying to knock on the door, but tight ends at 11.1, right? So if he goes over 11.1, grabs 11.2 at any point, which he's not because that game is over. God damn it. Do I have a tight end that's playing? All right, let's use an example. Yeah, here we go. Mark Andrews. Who's a fucking stud. 6.2? Jesus. Fuck. What the fuck is wrong with Mark Andrews? I mean, serious. Damn it. All right. So 6.2. So once he hits 9.4, he's going to go into the flex. Once he hits 11.2, not confident. He'll jump into this position. And then Schultz here, he'll drop down. The 11.2 will drop down into the flex. So that's how that fucking works. All right, do I have anybody who's playing later? Oh! This is the guy I was just talking about. So Gibby up here, right? Gibbs is it's sometimes it goes a split. Sometimes it goes a split. And you're like, shit, I wish this 15 and 15, one of the guys just would have taken all the carries. But I've also had games where Montgomery and Gibbs have both gotten over like 25 points. 22 points, whatever it was. They both were solid, and they both were in my starting lineup. It was fabulous. This is great. So this was a great, not necessarily a great strategy unless you know this is the routine, and I didn't, but Montgomery was there, so I took him. All right, so that's hot. So that's cool that I've got two running backs, or now three running backs going at going later, and two in the late game today, which will be fun to watch. We've got Pickens going Monday night. So that's cool for Dallas. Not bad. Let's take a peek at this guy. Can you guys see this? Yeah, you can see this. All right, good. So this is his point totals the last few weeks. All right, well, shit. I think this is because CeeDee Lamb came back, right? I think CeeDee Lamb is back. All right, so he did essentially 13.9, 14.8, 12 point. Yeah, here we go. So this is when CeeDee Lamb was out. 34.8, little down against the Jets. 36.4. So yada yada yada. So I believe we could see. This would be nice. I'd like to see a 17 out of George Pickens. This would be a very very good score for him. And this lineup needs it. This lineup needs it. We need some points here. We're in first place. How far out are we? We should look at that. All right, so that'll be the next thing we look at here. So let's do this. I should not have done that. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna. There it is. There we go. Perfect. Nope, not perfect yet. Lied to you folks. You can't see it because my ad is there. So let's move my ad. All right. Ooh. All right. So I'm at 660.7, and this dude's at 16.32. So it's a 30-point difference, which I'm going to maintain. I certainly will maintain my first place presence in this matchup going into next week. But Lee S99, you can go suck a big fat fucking prick, my friend, and kiss my ass. Actually, I shouldn't even. Actually, I don't. I'm actually. You know what? I apologize, Lee. It's IS Herrera Valley who can take a big old fucking swiff on the Swiffer, because the 1532.68 ain't coming anywhere close to this 1660. Shit. I probably shouldn't even have said that. He's 130 out, right? So he's 130 out with it's week 11. So week 11. I said it. So 11, 12, 13. So 3 weeks having a 130 point lead is pretty good. But you could crap the bed. I did look ahead on bye weeks for the teams that I am in the money in right now. I didn't check everything, so I'm in 12 contests, ladies and gentlemen. I'm in 12 of them. I did confirm that bye weeks are not an issue for the ones that I'm in the money. Obviously, I have one that's teetering on back and forth since it just left. Let's actually, let's get back to our regular scheduled programming. Is that how I'm supposed to have it? Right about there. And then this piece of shizzle goes up here. To go all the way to the top? We'll see. Is this how I did it? No, this is not how I had it, is it? Oh, crap. Sorry, folks. All right. I know I have to do this. Yeah, this is why I shouldn't do this. I gotta stop. That's probably what I was doing. I don't remember having all this stuff on the bottom, though. You know what? I don't give a shit. Let's get out of DK and go back to the chat. Let's talk to you. Week 11. Oh shit, I just got it all over my fucking brand new goddamn chair. All right. Mysterious Vixen has been did I already read this? I'm back. Neither hit. Yeah, you did this, or I did this already. My bad. making it seem like you're repeating yourself. It's not that you're repeating yourself. I'm reading it again, and I'm going to be embarrassed at this. I know when I watch this back tomorrow, this is the point. I'm going to be like, yeah, there it is, guy. You dude. You're fucking drunk. Nice job. I probably will have come to that conclusion 20 minutes prior to this, now that I'm putting it all together. All right. Need another hit. Did you say pick a lemon? Did you say pick a lemon? Pick a lemon. Mysterious Vixen, if you give me $1 when I figure out Super Chats, I'm not going to fuck up not remembering what that even... Beg your pardon, Perry Caravello. I won't forget what that means. Context! Oh, look at this shit! Look at this shit. What's that, game 2? Remember last week? It was 44-22, if I'm not mistaken. Now San Francisco, all I have to do is kick a field goal, and we've matched that fucking score from last week. Was it a final? What's up with 44-22s? We may have... Okay, I'll get back to the chat. What was the last thing we talked about? What was the last thing? I'm sorry, talked about. The lemons. The lemons. All right. That's going to be my bookmark. All right. I'm intrigued now. We're going to... Here we go. Producer Mike actually interested in where the field position is. Because normally I'm just involved in stats. Stats, right? I need to know what Christian McCaffrey is doing in this game. I really don't give a shit who wins. I don't gamble. Like I said, I don't gamble. Okay. I know Vegas, right? You'd think I'm gambling on football every single week. I don't. As a matter of fact, the first games I'll gamble on this year will be Thanksgiving, because Brad is going to be out here, and we are going to get some massive bets in. Massive. We will, I guarantee you, we will have at least one parlay ticket. Maybe his, maybe mine. Maybe it's something we get in together. I think a lot of the bets we'll have, Brad and I will get them in together, right? Something that we're going to split. And I can guarantee you we are going to get something that is, we'll have at least one parlay that will that'll get us in excess of 20 grand. We'll get into maybe not 20. That's goddamn. How about 10? I'm going to try to get us into we're going to try to structure a parlay, which are stupid. Never do parlays. We're going to try to structure a parlay where we will win a $10,000 return. Maybe just under with the VIG, because, this isn't going to be a $500 bet, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to look to try to spend, I don't know, maybe $30 on this. But we'll see what happens. All right. San Francisco blew it. You fucking sons of bitches, because I would have loved to have seen 44-22 in week 11. Nola Travel is loving that math right there. Okay. Let's get back to DraftKings real quick. Let's do a refresh. I don't know what I did to this screen. I forgot what this originally looked like, and now it's just looks like shit. All right, maybe it was supposed to be down here. All right, let me just try some shit. Yeah, I gave up because fuck you. I gave up because I know I've been drinking and I just I just said, "Oh, it's the alcohol's fault." But I'm thinking now I might have I'm using the wrong screen. I'm using the wrong software. Uh, yeah, I did it this way. All right. So now all I need to do is redo the place, bring it up one. We'll get a little pink of the red contest in just a second. Give it a moment. All right, I think that's the way I had it. Does that look right? I don't know. Like I said, when I'm not hammered, I watch these shows back to try to improve on. That's why you've seen a little bit of a difference in how things go down. Oh, there is a difference though. Oh shit, I'm just seeing it now. I'm doing a refresh just to make sure. I'm back in all four. I'm back in my four. All right, so now I'm in first place in two and back in second place in two. Shit, which contest is it? Let's move this over. Oh, God Lord. Windows. It's probably the one that I'm lowered at. So 1593.74. All right, 50. Okay, so it's up. Okay, so it's right up there. Okay, I probably should have this big so we can see that too. All right, but anyway, somebody scored, and let's make it big like this. You're not going to see a lot. All right, so yeah, so here's me, Hello Newman, 1593.74 up against DJ Leah 334, who needs to die a very, very slow death. So they are only a mere 3, almost 4, 5, 6.5, about 6.5 points behind me. Did something just end? How the fuck did I get? This can't be it. This can't be it because I have nobody live right now. How would I have gotten back? Mims! Look at this shit. Oh, can I bring it over? Look at this. Where's Mims? Can you guys see this? Mims. He's got 0.2. He's got 2 rushing yards. Pull your fucking head out of your ass. All right, let's get back to the... Let's go to the other one, the other second place one, because I guess that's the one that I've been bouncing in and out of. So it's the bottom one. I thought it would have been the top one. Who's in this one? Nobody. All right. Have I been drinking? Have what I've been saying, is that not what how could I have been out of how could I have entered a second place unless somebody massively lost points? Because I was only in 3 Okay, well, you know what, folks? I've given up figuring out what that is all about. We will just leave it here and just be thankful this Thanksgiving season that DraftKings has. We're just going to call it a Thanksgiving miracle because both of my games doesn't have both of those games that I looked at that it doesn't make sense unless it would be a miracle. I mean, like, impossible. I would just say, unless the third place one was a second place one, and it dropped out, and then one of the other ones moved up at the same fucking time. Is anyone live here? No. This is garbage. Let's go back to the... oh, God, I got the hiccups. Hang on. Week 11. All right, I think I beat it. Ah, crap, I didn't do that. Okay. Yeah, still 2 in first, still 2 in second. Huge. Massive 9 o'clock. 5, for me, it's 5 o'clock action. And then, of course, Monday night. And all that's great, too. All right, let's look at the chat again. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. Is there any time left in any games? Yeah, let's do it. You know what? Instead of going to the chat, let's go to... let's see if we've got some... Okay, so we've got 21-18, the Rams over the Seahawks. San Francisco's done. We looked at that already. Ah, shit. Oh, we got 9. Oh, folks. We've got 19-9. Oh, good Lord. We've got 19-19 in the Denver-Kansas City game. That's turning into a little bit of an interesting kind of contest. Like I said, I think Kansas City was favored in this game. So if Denver wins this on the field, which I totally believe Denver was going to win this on the field, didn't think they were going to blow them out or anything. Didn't know if it was going to be a high-scoring game or a low-scoring game. No idea. No clue. Sometimes I have a feeling. Sometimes I don't. But yeah. I still think Denver wins this game. But as far as betting, yeah, Brad and I are going to be betting. And going forward... Oh, wait a minute. So Thanksgiving. Let's talk about that for a second. So we're in week 11 right now. So week 12 is next week, doing this. Week 13, final week of this show. Hopefully not, because if I get into the playoffs, it continues. Fingers crossed. We're in 4 now. That's going to be live from the Sahara, because Brad is going to be celebrating his Thanksgiving holiday with producer Mike, and we're going to be doing it live from the Sahara. So bets galore and all that shit, but it'll be the final week of this contest to see if you hold a raffle ticket to this thing, I'll do it right now. I'm going to ramble through it. I can take this off now. Producer, if we had a producer. If I'm the producer. Okay. Stop belittling myself. So yeah, subscribe. You just have to be a subscriber. This is a subscriber thing. There's no membership here, okay? There's no membership. Don't worry about that. Subscribe. If you're watching this and you're not subscribed, just subscribe to this channel. And then you have to find Producer Mike, which is my personal channel. It's a little bit of a dig. You got to dig. You got to dig just a tinge. A little bit. But once you type Producer Mike in, type in Producer Mike Perry. and you'll see a video from the Producer Mike channel, because there's a few Perry Caravello videos out there. Gross. And that might help you get there if you did a search on that. So Producer Mike Perry Bob. I've got one with Perry Caravello and Bob Levy. If you're a Bob Levy fan, the old Howard Stern show. Is Howard Stern still on the air? He still has a contract, right? He didn't bail? So subscribe to both those channels. And then, if you haven't commented on the live stream, once I end this thing, it's over. Oh, it's over. It's over. It's over. Name the band. I didn't see anyone name the band on the first one I did. I did She's Nice, She's Tight, Cheap Trick. Cheap Trick was the correct answer. Week 11. All right. Oh, crap. Sorry. 1919. I'm gonna get better, folks. The thing is I should stop doing this. No, I need the transition button though. Yeah, because I'm doing the thing. The thing with the overs with the your ad here. Again, with the your ad here, you have a business you want to promote, I'll promote it on these garbage shows that I've been presenting over the past several months on this channel. Did I forget to record this? You won't be seeing shorts on this particular channel or this particular episode. Because I forgot to hit the goddamn button. I tell you what, little inside baseball for you guys. I'm going to do that scene once again instead of live. Well, I'm going to do them both live, obviously. But I'm going to make believe I haven't done it already. I'm going to record it, and then I'm going to use that as the short. Because now I'm only going to get a few shorts out of this since there's only 2 minutes left, 3 minutes left in this fucking football game. All right. So did I remember? How many fucking times am I going to forget to goddamn record this show? Any show. I recorded none of this. The problem here is, folks, is that YouTube has been kind of a bitch in providing the downloadable links so Opus Clips can do their work. So I can throw clips about this flipping show. So you wait, and you wait, and you wait, and you wait, and you wait. So Opus Clips said, these guys are being dicks. Why don't you record your show so it's locally on your hard drive and then just upload that. That's not a problem. And I forgot again, week 11. Which all that week 11 shit's probably going to go for naught because I started recording once I realized it was a recording, but fuck me. So gay. All right, let's go back to the chat. Chat room transition. You got to hit your transition, Michael. You got to hit your transitions. Hit your transitions. Hit your goddamn transition. You know what? My ass is killing me. I got to, you know what? All right. Airly Jones has a great book called Lost in the Woods. Yeah, okay. It's my coccyx, ladies and gentlemen. It's like my coccyx is being driven back up into my goddamn spleen. I don't even know if it's a bone, a muscle. It just hurts like fucking hell. Yo. Love the pigs. They said retirement was gonna be awesome, man. I mean, just like the pain. Crap. Crap again. Hang on, folks. I'm dropping. I knocked over the lighting. Why doesn't this like stay? Hey. I don't even know if my lighting is going to be straight, folks. Like, I had my lighting. Fucking perfect. Yeah, maybe it is. I don't know. All right. Actually, while we're doing this, let's do another passage before I get into the chat. What I'm doing is I'm thumbing through the book, ladies and gentlemen. I want to find a short one. Ooh, here we go. All right, this is real short. I can barely see, though. Oh, that's because the lighting's fucked up. God damn it. You see now? Yes. Okay. So this is a passage from Eerily Jones' Lost in the Woods. All right. I'll give you a little bit of what is it like? What are they called? Is it just poetry time? Like those? It's like open mic night, but not for musicians or comedians. It's just for people to spoken word. Well, maybe that's just one of the things they do there. But anyway, they just like there's a stool and a microphone and week 11 is nowhere near this group, if that means anything to anybody. All right. Anyway, this passage is called White Fangs. White Fangs. And again, feel free to comment in the live chat. And we're going to get that. Well, it's on the screen. I'm going to leave it there. I'd have something. I was actually thinking that I actually thought this was full me because I'm trying to look in the camera more. Like all the production shit is there, which a producer, not unlike myself, would need to look at to make the show go. So I just assumed. White Fangs by Eerily Jones from the book Lost in the Woods. www.amazon.com. White Fangs. Immortality. Flash of predatory eyes. White fangs in your smile. An invitation? Come drink. Week 11. Success. The Fountain of Youth? Time flies. Eerily Jones, ladies and gentlemen. Lost in the Woods. Isn't that fantastic? I could feel the white fangs going right into my carotid artery. Is it carotid artery? There's no way I'm coming up with that word in my current condition. Let's take a nice little. Actually, I'm going to get up real quick. Let's give Airly one more plug. I'm going to get up to shut a window. Shut the blinds, actually. Had the blinds open when it's daylight out. Because, well, not really because, get the nice natural light in. But come nighttime, someone could just come right up to my back patio, and I would have no idea they're there. All right, so what am I gonna do? I'm sorry, I'm PCLing again. I do coffee drinks for this show because I figured, because carbonated drinks, I figured just make you burp more. And I would do Dr. Shasta with my Beam, but I figured I'd do coffee because it would make me less gassy. But fuck me if that's the fucking case. Check 1 2. Is we good on the sounds? I actually forgot to mention that every freaking broadcast you guys tune into now, can you, for you people that regularly tune into everything, can you give me, because I do produce everything on this channel. There's no other producer on this channel yet. But every show, right off the bat, audio sounds good. Could use a little less J. Could use a little more J. Could use a little less videos coming in a little hot. Whatever it is, consider yourself moderators. And all I need, because moderators in the traditional sense is to make sure that all the rest of the people that are commenting are behaving themselves, and you got we don't need that yet. We need technical moderators. Do we sound good? That's it, But week 11 empty. I'm gonna have to do another one. Are all the games over? I'm gonna bail when the games are over, folks. Like I said, oh shit. Well, I gotta check my PayPal. Let's check it right now. $100 I needed. Oh, there's a message from something. Nope, it's from the Colonel. So not only did I not get $100 to continue through the 8 o'clock game, 5 o'clock game for the Pacific folk people, I did not get 1 red cent once again. So since there's, all right, what do we got here? No, all right, there's still time left on all these clocks. Okay, I got to get to the chat. All right, last call for chat. Last call for chat. Because I'm going to just do, all right, I'm sorry. No, all right. I won't do last call for chat. I'm going to do chat. I'm going to go to the games that are left and do the scores. We'll wait until they're all final, and then I'll go back to the chat, because I imagine some of you might say goodnight and stuff, and I was told by one person that I'm like, oh, I had a nice message, and it was a nice message, and I saw it, because, I have to check all the messages to make sure there's all the entries into the contest. And if you're just tuning in, or if you're watching this after the fact, you got to watch the beginning of the video. All right, well, if you just, okay, all right, well, you saw it in the beginning then. No, actually, if you're watching this after the fact, you already saw it. Okay, so I don't have to say that part. All right, cool. It looks like there's a touchdown, but is the score, is that right score? 21-12? Yeah, that's right. All right, so it's not 21-12 anymore. Wait, hold on a second. I thought it wasn't before. All right, let's refresh these. Ah, that's why. Fucking bastages. All right, we got a final. All right, no, I got to do the chat. I'll do this later. Vote for Pedro. Oh, I don't have any booze left. Fuck. All right. I'm back. Pickle lemon. Definitely. Okay. Mysterious Vixen, you definitely not looking at what I might or not might be looking at. Guaranteed. Time for another hit. And just who says that I am a perfect lady? Perhaps I'm naughty. Never said you weren't. My brain is not functioning properly. I know how that feels. Do you have like really fucked up dreams? Like fucked up dreams. Every night. Every night I have another reason to go to therapy. I think it's called open mic poetry night. Yep, that sounds about right. Do you lose words too? As long as people don't interrupt me, I'm pretty good. But yep, the reason why I was staying on the is because the sound is so soothing. Breathe deep, the gathering gloom. Watch lights fade from every room. Bed-sitter people look back and lament on another day's worth of energy useless spent. Cold-hearted orb that rules the night. This was fun. I like playing along. Yeah, great. I'm glad folks hang out. Again, I do this strictly for the hobby of it, obviously, because no one is buying raffle tickets. Not buying raffle tickets. Not buying raffle tickets. Not buying raffle tickets. Support and bonus. Yes, I do for real. Everyone's real. Everyone is. I would hope everyone is real. And I mean, Mysterious Vixen, I'd be like devastated if I found out you were a bot. But yeah. Okay, so that is a 21 to 19 final. The home team of the Rams defeated the Seattle Seahawks by a total of 2 points. That is a full on. Oh shit! Sorry, I didn't realize Airlee's great book. Let's give one more. Yeah, Airlee's great book, The Lost in the Woods. Again, actually, I should hide my name. So you can see the whole thing. Lost in the Woods. www.amazon.com. That's gonna be great for the. Absolutely great for the shorts. Okay. Yeah, so we did that game. Great. So we need to move on to game 2. And that game is over. 41 to 22. The San Francisco 49ers went into Glendale, Arizona. And the Arizona Cardinals were destroyed. Kyle Murray, you cannot come back too soon. Game 3 saw the Kansas City Chiefs just not coming up to muster. Told you the Denver Broncos were going to win on the field. I think they were like 2.5, 3-point favorites, maybe even 3.5. Yeah, no way. They were going to win on the field. Absolutely. Chiefs, you're gone. You're absolutely gone. Don't come back. And then finally, we have the Baltimore Ravens making the world and the universe absolutely correct and not letting the Cleveland Browns kick them around, at least not in the late aspects of the game. Because, the Browns were I think they led most of this contest. And as you can see, they did failure. 23-16. Browns, be gone! All right. Ladies and gentlemen, wow, look at this shit. Let's get rid of... Why is DK up there? That shouldn't have been in this shot. And we just saw the... What is that? Window capture? Oh, chat window. Yeah, there it is. All right. But anyway, thank you everyone for joining. Appreciate it immensely. Oh crap. Appreciate it immensely. We're gonna do this next week. What I'm gonna be doing? I mean, listen. I tell you what. I'm gonna. If you are watching this and you have not liked both this channel and the Producer Mike channel, all right. For specifics, go back, watch the beginning of the broadcast. I laid it all out there. Do it right now, and then write me a quick note on the live chat. I'm gonna make a drink. I'm gonna come back. I'm wrapping this fucking puppy up. Airly Jones, Lost in the Woods. www.amazon.com. All right, so stand by. Gonna make a drink. God damn, I gotta make a whole coffee though. That's gonna take time. Yeah, I didn't think this through, folks. All right, well, anyway, go buy Early's book. She'll appreciate it. Thank you, everyone, for joining. We are out of here. Come back next week. Everyone gets a raffle ticket that you're in the chat. Got another one at least. Not for each comment you make. You get one for just commenting. Holy crap. That would be unfair. At least that's what my attorney says. All right. I'm just looking at my screen trying to figure out how to turn all this off. Is there something to... No. All right, so I just do end stream. You know what? I'm going to do one more hit. Let's just do one more hit. That might clear my brain a little bit because I actually have no idea what button to push here now.